Go.
Hi, I'm Rich Harrison, the Boomerang Man. Let's go back 31 years to 1977. Today, I feature the collection of Paul Moomey. Paul was riding through Forsyth Park one Saturday afternoon, saw me throwing boomerangs, was fascinated by the boomerangs, and he bought one or two, and then he got some Herb Smith, and he got some Warren Hawes, and he continued buying boomerangs for the next couple of years. He doesn't throw boomerangs anymore, but he came by my shop recently and pulled out his box of boomerangs, 2 suitcases full of boomerangs, as you can see right here. I'll display them. I'll just point real quickly to what we have here, talk about them. An authentic Buddy Rue boomerang receiver, a Herb Smith wood, the original Gundawara boomerangs, a Bakewood Skyrider and Flightmaster, a Gundawara Gull, an original Buddy Reed contest hook, similar to the one I used when I won the contest in D.C. in '77, wasn't it, Paul? I think. Stick around Delta hook, another Jeff Lurie distance hook. Jeff threw something like this 89 yards many years ago for a Guinness Book of Records. Here's a big Gundawara model 635, I believe what we used to call it in the catalog, Paul. And here's another Herb Smith made out of Paxilin, 4mm Paxilin, dated, well, January 1988, Herb Smith, Sussex, England. And continue with 2 Warren Hawes Silky Oak, Silky Spinner boomerangs. Pull in on those, please, Paul. Anyone who knows something about boomerang construction can see that these are lap joint, and you can notice the grain of the wood that's unique to silky oak, or lace wood as they call it in this country. The grain runs both vertical and horizontal. Okay, let's get back, put these down, and you can see all the Herb Smith boomerangs, the mini, some classic hooks, the Sussex hook. This is a weighted Sportsman, again dated July 1977, authentic right there, Paul, get that. That's awesome. The late Herb Smith signature, beautiful handwriting. Herb signed all his boomerangs. Not genuine, if it doesn't have that on there, or similar. That here is a weighted, unweighted Sportsman. Notice the notches on the boomerangs. Everyone thinks the notches are to impart more spin. That's not so. It's so you can get your hand around these big, fat, wide boomerangs. And then here is this is a Herb Smith Sycamore, about a 6-ounce boomerang. Then his big red traditional. This is a Jeff Lurie 22-inch boomerang. I'll show you something unique to Jeff's boomerangs. You have trailing edge all around the inside, and you have leading edge all around the outside. But the boomerang spins like this. So actually that's a leading edge, that's a trailing edge, a leading edge, and a trailing edge. These boomerangs work very well in a moderate breeze, like Jeff encountered most of the time throwing in his paddock there in Australia. This is a Joe Timbery, Joe's hook, a real knuckle knocker, and done with some tourist art, good flyer. This is from Colombia, South America, an Oscar Cortez. Is that the Parrot? Yeah, the Parrot. You see the lead weights in both tips. The strip laminated here. It has an aluminum center, and then veneers. Unfortunately, Oscar passed away several years ago. His boomerangs were beautiful, great flyers, highly collectible. Here's some more Herb Smith boomerangs with the steel weights in them. You can tell the difference between a steel-weighted boomerang and a lead-weighted boomerang because the steel will rust, it won't corrode, but the lead will always corrode. That's just the nature of lead. Tom Higgins and Nick McAlfee, 2 of my first customers many, many years ago, lived up outside of Boston. That's Tom's hook, and this is Nick's trapezoid. And then we get into Doug Dufresne, who made the Admiral's hat. Did in plywood. This is the strip laminated. Doug is no longer making boomerangs, unfortunately. Then we get into, you see, here we go. This is Herb Smith classic Sussex hook. This is the inspiration for all hooks to follow, such as the Al Gerhard strip laminated with lead in the tip, and I believe this is number 68. Then Al came up for a short period of time with a double laminated, 6-weighted monster. Now I say double laminated. It's actually 2 boomerangs glued together. And they weren't a very successful design, but some people like Paul are lucky to have them. And I understand Paul has the original stand that Al made to go with his boomerang. That's unusual. That's a real collector, folks. Then we get into the Bob Burwell boomerangs from 1984, a Burwell hook, and another 84 design, a Burwell hook, a lovely flyer, a hairpin by Bob Burwell, and a Little Ripper by Bob Burwell. That's what sweet flying boomerang. And let's see, some more, another Herb Smith boomerang, and some more Herb Smiths right here. A weighted Tornado hook, I believe. Yes, this probably gets out 90 to 100 plus yards. You can see the lead weights in that tip right there.